the death in my first year to getting injured in my third year to getting cut, there was a lot of moments for me that really, really affected me, like mentally. I think I went through somewhat of a depression, not gonna lie. There was a moment where I just I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what to think. I didn't really talk to anybody, and it was very, very dark, very, very dark for me. So as a result of all of that and getting cut in my third year, I just started to draw. I just started to draw and sketch out of freedom of expression and just being expressive the best I could. I couldn't play ball anymore. I could barely walk, so I was like, I've always been artistic, so I'm like, let me get into something that I didn't really have time to put into, but it was always a kind of a passion deep down in there, was my artistry, my creativity. So I would sketch and draw. And this is a time when Instagram first came out. So I was posting like sketches of people's faces. Putting on my Instagram. My Instagram where people were posting food and stuff. I was posting sketches. That's what I was posting on my page. And people weren't following me because they weren't the best. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't great. I'll say it was good, but not great. So I didn't care. I did not care. I was like, this is what is helping me process my emotions right now, so I'm going to do it. When I was sharing my sketches and designs and stuff like that, it kind of snowballed into me creating logos and like graphics. And I ended up creating my own clothing line from that. So it kind of evolved from the freedom of expression to me designing clothes. I created a brand called Shop KOA, which was an extension of my actual brand, King of Arts. King of Arts is actually a company I created out of the expression of me sharing just my creativity. So I called it King of Arts because I wanted to basically challenge myself to be not only good, but great at multiple arts. I believed any type of skill is an art form. Playing a sport is an art form, drawing is art form, dancing, singing. These are all forms of art. So I wanted to kind of just force myself to absorb multiple forms of art as a way to pivot from basketball. I didn't know what my life was going to look like after not being a basketball player anymore. So obviously I was in school for business, but that wasn't my passion. I just wanted to get a degree because you're told to get good grades and just have a backup plan. But that didn't ever feel like a backup plan. It just felt like a thing I was doing just to pass the time. King of Arts, KOA, came out of me finding a spark again, finding passion again, finding love for something outside of basketball. And it came really close at first. It came very close to almost fulfilling that void that I started to feel. I ran that for a couple years on campus. I was selling shirts, hoodies, socks, hats. I was doing well. It was doing very, very well. And that became my way to take my mind off of not being on the basketball team anymore and getting all the questions from everybody like, oh, you're not playing today's game? I'm like, no, I'm not on the team.